It's me, the Jersey E-girl, and I went viral via Twitter and then was cancelled via Twitter in a record 24 hours, as Shoe1 had put it.
After I posted my apology, hashtag Kurtis Conner is over party was trending in America and Canada for like several hours.
We have all said or done stupid shit at one point or another, and that is why we need to be able to have these civilized discussions so we can promote growth and change.
Like 90% of the comments on my last video were about the lack of the intro, and they were getting very mad at me.
Hey everyone, what's up? My name's Ryderbot. You can call me Kyle. And this video is going to be more serious than my other videos. It's about a topic I've wanted to speak about for a long time. And I just feel it needs to be spoken about a lot more because it's still happening and it can really ruin someone's life over something that in these two situations I'll be talking about are not real and are false. I don't know if you're on Twitter around the middle of May and you saw this girl called Emma Langevin who went viral within 24 hours. And if you saw her going viral over a video that she posted on May 8, you probably saw the controversy that soon followed and the hate bandwagon that jumped on. If you were on Twitter around that period, you probably saw that Twitter user called Lychee Emoji that quote retweeted the video and said this. This little Jersey E-girl is following white supremacists, so I don't know why y'all are standing her this hard. So this quote retweet picked up a lot of traction. When I say a lot, I mean like a lot. And it actually forced Emma to come out and make a statement about that direct quote retweet in particular. So Emma actually said, apparently I'm a white supremacist now. I followed Blair White, but I do not agree with her politics. I like hearing all sides of politics, even the ones I don't agree with. Racism is not and never has been okay. Sorry for any confusion. She followed on with this. I accept and acknowledge my privilege to be able to say that. The last thing I would ever want is for people to think I would want to support or enable any type of bigotry. Thank you for hearing me out, and more importantly, informing me. So Shoe1, a popular Twitter user and a popular YouTuber too, said this. This TikTok girl went viral like yesterday for a cute accent and got cancelled in a record 24 hours for following Blair, Greg and I. Now she's apologising, as if they're not going to keep finding things to cancel her over until they see her cry. Extremely healthy website. So as you can see, it did not take long for Emma to actually be cancelled, and all it took was a single quote retweet picking up a lot of traction. So I've noticed this trend on social media where someone is getting cancelled and a hashtag starts trending. For example, in this instance, could be Emma Langevin is over party. I don't know if that actually trended, but just for this example, people will see that hashtag, not investigate further, and start tweeting about this situation, this hashtag, adding their input, and a lot of the time adding in hate and hostility to the situation at hand. So people begin liking, commenting, just sharing around this hashtag and posts regarding this hashtag without investigating for themselves why this hashtag is trending, or even waiting for the accused to come out with their own statement and defend themselves. So in this video, I'm going to be speaking about two YouTubers that were cancelled, or people attempted to cancel them, but they came out on the other side just fine. So the first YouTuber I'm going to be talking about is Emma Langevin, and the second one is Kurtis Conner. They're both very different situations, but they shed great light on cancer culture in general in two very different but important ways. So let's go all the way back to who Emma actually is and the lead up to her being falsely cancelled. So Emma Langevin started on TikTok and she built up quite a sizable audience, I think of a few 100,000, and she's best known for making satirical and comedic videos based on her own life experiences. But I think the main reason why she blew up is because of her e-girl aesthetic, and also she has a strong New Jersey accent.
If you're new here, I'm Emma, the person, not the persona. Nice to meet you.
And I've seen a lot of people say that she sounds like she could be in an old gangster movie, and I totally agree. Her accent along with her aesthetic and the comedic satirical kind of videos she makes are really what made her blow up so quickly on TikTok. She'd make TikTok videos like these ones.
My little brothers have it so easy. They should be thankful that I'm their sister, because I already took on the roles of the emo one, the gay one, the funny one, and the family disappointment. All they've got to do is get into college and they're good.
So Lychee Emoji tried to cancel Emma for following people like Blair White and Shoe1. After apologising in that statement that I showed you before, Emma said that she follows certain people who have differing points of view, I guess political and just personal, so that she can better understand their views, so if they're ever in an argument, she is better equipped to combat their stance. Emma states that she is not racist and is fully against racism in all forms, and that she doesn't agree with Blair White's politics or anyone else's that she follows. So Emma actually speaks about this whole situation, including the views aspect of following people with differing perspectives and political opinions. In this video on her YouTube channel titled I Went Viral, and was cancelled in 24 hours.
I went from having 2,000 followers on a Twitter account that I had had for 2 weeks to gaining 112,000 in 4 days. And don't get me wrong, I did have a decent sized following on TikTok before any of this happened, but it grew very gradually and mostly stayed within the app.
She gained 112,000 followers in the space of about 4 days, which is massive to even think about. And then later in the video, Emma actually speaks about her following certain users who have differing political opinions.
In my opinion, the most underrated part of politics is the discussion behind it, and I know it is a huge part of my privilege to be able to say that. I like to follow and listen to people who have opposing viewpoints as me. That does not mean I support them or agree with them or anything like that. What it does is it gets me into their head, so I can look at things from their point of view.
So, was Emma falsely cancelled? Yes. I strongly believe that. I don't think she's a racist, anything like that. Her content is not out of the norms. It's funny comedic content. When she was being cancelled, she actually used her platform for good and tried to spread positive change, and she used those criticisms to better educate herself. And she says that in her apology, she thanks people for informing her on how to better herself just in general. I think that's highly commendable that she actually acknowledged that, even though she was not in the wrong in the whole situation. So a massive YouTube commentary channel called Optimus, he's one of my favorite. He actually spoke about the situation regarding Emma Langevin blowing up and being cancelled in 24 hours.
Is this girl named Emma, I guess? That's, I would assume, what her actual name is considering the @. She's probably better known at this point as the Jersey E-girl. I think she put out like a TikTok or something and everyone kind of just started simping because, I mean, let's be honest, who's ever seen a goth E-girl with a Jersey accent? Kind of threw everyone for a loop and whatnot, but she blew up on Twitter overnight, right? It was insane. It was just a meteoric rise to fame, okay? Now, the thing is about Twitter is if you're doing good in life and people are following you and everything's cool, right? You know, you got a little bit of something going for yourself, your 15 minutes is starting. They basically will try and find any fucking reason that they can to bring you back down and to ruin you.
So now that we've talked about Emma and why she was falsely cancelled, let's talk about a whole different situation with Kurtis Conner. Kurtis Conner is a really bizarre and sad situation because I guess he started the cancellation as a joke, and the vast majority of people knew that it was a joke, but there was a large chunk of people that didn't, and they didn't research, and it just really sums up why cancel culture is so toxic, and I stand by that 100%. So Kurtis Conner, he's a comedian and he's quite a big YouTube commentary channel. He's best known for his funny edits, and he doesn't take himself too seriously, never says what he's saying is facts, and his edits are just iconic. So Kurtis actually has an intro that he uses in every single one of his videos.
What's up? How's it going? It's very good to see you again. I hope you're doing well. You see what happens when you subscribe to my channel? You get an extra greeting at the beginning of every single one of my videos. So press the subscribe button for an extra greeting.
So in a recent one of Kurtis's videos called I Found the Best Actor on TikTok, for the first time in, I don't even know, a long time, he forgot to include that extra greeting at the beginning, the intro. So he jumped onto Twitter and wrote up an apology. And the apology was done on the Notes app, and it looks like those apologies that all big YouTubers put out when they've been cancelled. And it looks really authentic. It made you think when you immediately saw it, because it did it to me, oh my god, what has Kurtis done? You read the apology, and about 2/3 through it, you realize it's a joke. However, it didn't take long for people to start trending Kurtis Conner is over party. And the vast majority, I want to make it obvious, the vast majority of content creators and just users on social media in general, fans of Kurtis, knew it was a joke and they rolled with it. But there was a sizable chunk that did not know it was a joke. They just saw Kurtis Conner is over party trending on Twitter and just jumped on the hate bandwagon without fact checking, or even if they did fact check and knew it was a joke, they didn't care. They just wanted to instigate drama. So in this situation, Kurtis created the false cancelling. It was a joke. The vast majority of people knew it. But this situation highlights why cancel culture is so toxic, because in this specific situation, people knew it was a joke, or people didn't fact check, or people knew it was a joke and just didn't care. They wanted to instigate drama. So Kurtis made a response to this situation in his video called Getting Cancelled. The funny thing is, on the YouTube video, he used the hashtag Kurtis Conner is over party. I guess a little jab at the hashtag that started trending, or the situation in general. This is his response to it.
The little tongue-in-cheek running gag that I have on my channel, and last week I forgot to do it. When I forgot to do it, I was like, okay, I messed up, but it's fine, you know? It's just one video without it. It's just a funny little intro, you know? No one's gonna be that pissed at me, right? Wrong.
Now, probably what a lot of you guys have been waiting for, but my opinion on cancel culture, especially regarding creators on YouTube. Do I think cancel culture is good? Of course not. However, do I think it's important to educate people on their wrongdoings and, I guess, past wrongdoings? Yes, to an extent. Some of these things are irredeemable and completely vile, and if these completely vile and irredeemable things come out on a person, do I think public outrage is warranted? Yes. However, in this instance, I'm speaking about cancel culture regarding creators on YouTube, regarding things that aren't true and people just jumping on the hate bandwagon because they see a hashtag trending without doing research themselves. They just see the hashtag trending and jump on the hate bandwagon. In these two situations, people were wrong, especially in the Kurtis Conner situation. I also want to say that cancel culture doesn't always work. Against big creators and celebrities, barely does anything. For example, YouTubers like the Paul brothers, Jake Paul and Logan Paul, who have done a lot of bad and controversial things in the past, they're still growing and they're still making a lot of money. Now let's look at celebrities. 6ix9ine and Chris Brown. They've been cancelled for legitimate things that have actual legal ramifications, and they're still growing, they're still making money, and they're still favored by millions and millions of people. However, against smaller creators, or just small creators in general, and I know Kurtis Conner is not small, but in the basis of this, he's still quite small. But I'm just using him as an example because the whole situation was really bizarre and quite sad from watching from the outside. So small creators being cancelled for things that are not true can do legitimate damage to their career, and they might not ever be able to recover from that. Their career on social media as a creator can get cancelled like that overnight. What are your opinions on the whole situation? Cancel culture in general, the Emma Langevin and Kurtis Conner situations? Let me know down below. My name is Bud. You can call me Kyle, and stay safe, stay well, and peace.